A year ago, we lost the iconic voice of rocker Tom Petty. The 66-year-old died of cardiac arrest. In his memory, a new tribute collection called An American Treasure features previously unheard recordings and live performances. In her first TV interview since her father's death, Adria Petty spoke with CBS This Morning Saturday co-host Anthony Mason about putting this album together. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning. Adria Petty says she wanted to give something back to her father's fans, who she knew were grieving just as she was. The months she spent combing her father's archives to assemble the new box set, she says, were often painful, but also touching.
I know you tried hard to get it right.
Keep a Little Soul is one of the previously unreleased songs on the new Petty box set. Adria Petty, a director and filmmaker, produced the video with newly discovered home movies of her father.
What was it like going through all that footage?
It was emotional, but it wasn't sad. It was beautiful.
Since early this year, Petty says she's been working on what would become a 60-song tribute to her dad.
I was the one that was like, let's call it an American treasure because he was one.
She collaborated on the project with what she calls a council of elders that included her stepmother, Dana Petty, and Tom Petty's bandmates, Ben Montench and Mike Campbell, founding members of the Heartbreakers.
Me and Ben and Mike literally were putting cue cards with song names on them on the floor and just trying to figure out what the story was.
They dug out unreleased old gems like Lonesome Dave.
That was one of Ben Mont's favorite songs that never was. That was what he calls his white whale.
And an intimate version of You and Me, recorded in the band's clubhouse.
How hard was it for you to listen to all this again?
It was absolutely awful for all of us. I mean, at different stages, different ones of us kind of couldn't participate. For me, you know, there was definitely moments where people would find me in my pajamas crying, listening to tracks.
Light from a window.
But it's something that you have to do in service to the art and the man.
Sound from a dream.
At any point did you think I've taken on too much too soon?
Absolutely. Every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
It's so interesting that you reached for something that big. You know what I mean, that quickly?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I just felt like putting our energy and our grief into something positive was a better thing than just twisting in the wind for a year, you know?
Is that what you felt like you were doing, twisting?
I felt like it was just such a shock, you know, and I hadn't imagined that he would be dead at 66, and yet at some point I've accepted that.
With An American Treasure, Adria Petty aimed to highlight her father's talents as a songwriter and to show the human side of the rock star.
He was just so sweet and funny, and I think so hopeful. He's so filled with hope right down to the end, like tenacity and hope, you know, were just intermingled in him in such a beautiful way.
Another rarely seen side of Petty, devoted father to his two daughters.
He was a good dad. I mean, he was really involved with us. We could pick up the phone and call him like anytime. I feel like making a video of Beyonce. He's like, send me the rough cut. There's not enough close-ups. She's really pretty. Don't you want to show her face more?
He was the same with Adria's 5-year-old daughter, Everly.
He was just grandpa, and he never wanted her to go to a show or anything. He was like, I don't want her to think of me like that. I just want her to think of me as Grandpa Tommy. One night we left the pacifier up at their house, like 45 minutes away, and him and his wife drove down with the pacifier.
That's not an image I would have had of Tom Petty,
Oh,
with the
absolutely,
pacifier.
absolutely. What? You left Ducky? I'm coming.
In a world gone mad.
Adria Petty says the past year has been cathartic, but that they've just begun to go through the many tapes in her father's archives.
Where was all this stuff kept?
Oh, I can't say that.
This is no, I mean, is
That's
it like
a secret, Anthony.
It's in a bunker in a mountain
Yeah,
somewhere?
that's in an undisclosed location.
The good news is there's more.
There's so much more. There's so much beautiful stuff out there.
one of the things that Adria said was so difficult in going through all this material is Tom Petty used to make all the decisions, and he was gone. So they were all trying to think, what would he want? What would he think? It was such a huge absence.
But a daughter's love for her father is what
Powerful
really
stuff.
comes through.
Yeah,
And she
powerful
describes
stuff.
him as sweet and funny. It's just nice to hear that about him.
Yeah.
What it must have been like to want to talk to him, though, and say, why did you do this?
What are you thinking?
What a gift she's given us.
You always do the best pieces.
Thanks.
Thank you, Adria. Thank you.